Hey there, everybody. Robert Taylor with Wonderscape Creations, continuing on with another video for our world building series. Specifically, we are going to be going over packed level instances and how to utilize them with PCG in order to have some difference. So, if I make a couple of changes here, you're going to see in real time this packed level making a change depending on what I change in here. And then what I was changing was the data asset. And if you want it per an instance, I can then just come in here to the instance here. Yeah. And change the seed. And it'll change the whole thing. There we go. So that is what we are going to be working on. So before we jump into that, I want to make sure that I go over our plan. So obviously this is also a mixture with level design. We want to make sure things go as intended. This is more of a rough draft. It doesn't have to be exact, but it is where we are starting. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom that in a bit. Obviously you can see right here with the red boxes and whatnot, this is where the inner fortress gate / gate and towers is going to be. This is the protected inner city. And then if we look at a top-down view of the inner portion of the city, there's going to be an ancient smithy, and then behind it will be a mine, the ancient library, and then of course the inner city square along with the meeting place / amphitheater and the 3 temples. So if we come back in here, this is going to be the cave portion of my temples. They are ancient temples, so they're built inside the cavities of rocks that were obviously chiseled out by man. And then here is the stage. In this episode, we're going to go over specifically only packed level instances. So this right here is a packed level instance. As you can see, there is a blueprint for it. If I browse to asset, it's right here. It is built off of this level instance right here. The benefits of a level instance is instead of having 100 actors, you only have one. So that increases the amount of actors you can have, and it brings a bit of optimization to it. Excuse me. Now, the benefits of a packed level instance is we have all of these hierarchical instant static meshes. Obviously, if you are not in an open world, it would most likely, don't quote me on it, but it would most likely just be instance static meshes. There's a difference, and we will go over that in a future video. But the hierarchical, so essentially, this has hierarchical level instances, which means despite there being dozens of meshes, we only have 7 loaded. It's pretty cool. Now, in order to make a packed level instance, I'll quickly show this off real quick. If I come here, this whole thing and that cave is made with a Cliffs and Rocks pack. I will go ahead and provide links to those for those that are interested. And anyways, if I were to come over here and just drag this in, then we're going to do this. Just like that. Okay, good enough. So we have this right here. If we select all 3 of them, and then we right click, go to level, you can create a level instance or create a packed level instance. Now, as I stated before, this one creates a whole bunch of hierarchical or just instance static meshes. The other difference is it can only have static meshes in its level. Anything else will be turned into a static mesh, which means if you put a blueprint in it, it will lose the benefits of its blueprint. It'll just become a static mesh. So in level instances is where you would use instances where you have blueprints. So if you have a bunch of trees that you with a bunch of plants around them, but they're all blueprints because they flash a certain color if the player gets close, or whatever you choose to do, then you would want to use this. Now, if you create a level instance, you only get the level created. It doesn't create the blueprint because you don't need it created. So let's go ahead and create level instance. Pivot type, actor, pivot actor. Oh, I'm just going to go with center min Z on this one because I'm going to be deleting it later anyways. Hit OK. Now remember, this one is just an instance. It's not a packed level instance. So I'm going to create a new folder called level instances. I'm going to call this one delete me. Hit save. And you'll see that these three actors turns into one called delete me. And then you have all of its information down below right here. If we go to the level instances, you have delete me right here. We can drag in some more all we want, obviously. There we go. And that's exactly how it works. Same with the packed level instance, but like I said, it will provide you with a blueprint. Now, say we are in the level, which clearly right now we are. I intentionally left something that bothered me so that I made sure I got to it in this video. This rock right here is kind of just unnaturally jutting out. Doesn't look like it belongs the way that it is. So we're going to make some changes. And you have two options. You can either go into the level directly to make the changes, or you can just select it, and I believe it's Control E. Yes, Control E brings you into the world. So now we see everything that is this mesh. And as you can see, you couldn't even tell that some of it that we see isn't even part of the actual packed level instance. So first things first, I'm going to grab this rock right here because I'm going to want another one of these. And I'm going to make it bigger by quite a bit here. Bring it in there like this. Turn this around. Okay. And I'll make this one just a little bit bigger as well. All right. And now to me, it looks significantly better. And like I said, it was just one thing I wanted to change. But as you can see, we have everything that's here. Because I only plan on having one instance of it, I didn't do everything that we will be doing with the cave in future videos. But I went ahead and did this for a simple video for you guys to understand how packed level instances work. Now, as I said, the benefits of them are substantial. Obviously, now you have one actor. Obviously, in a packed level instance, it is creating, making it as optimized as it can possibly be by creating instances so that there aren't multiple of them. Because now if I hit exit, do you want to save them now? Let's hit yes because we want to save it. And now it appears to be gone, but I promise you it's not. It's still there. Let's minimize here. Here it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and come down here into this. You see right here, Ancient Ruin Stage and the World Partition. If I just highlight it, load region. Oh, why aren't you wanting to show? This is new. Let's go ahead and open up the level and see if it's back. If not, I'll just put it back. Not a big deal. Ancient Temple was changed. Yeah, nothing else was deleted, so let's save selected. Let this bad boy open, and it should be back. There we go. And we are back. So, now that you can see exactly how simple it actually is to make those changes, we now have it as perfect as I care to have it at this stage in development. So, in the next video, we are going to actually dive deep into changing this, not necessarily changing it, but we're going to add the front part of my ancient temple. So this is essentially where the, leaders of the temple speak. And then out here is where the obviously man-made structure portions are going to be. So again, the assets we're using for these rocks is the Cliffs and Rocks pack, which is going to be right here. Realistic looking cliffs and rocks. This is what I used. So feel free to give this a purchase if you want, or utilize your own rocks. Either way, doesn't matter. It's an amazing asset and works very well for my purposes. So again, next episode, we are going to utilize another asset to create a ruined temple. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're willing to support me, I have a Patreon and a Buy Me a Coffee link down below. See you in the next episode.